Hey everyone, and welcome to How to Write a Song in 5 Days. I'm going to preface this by saying I do not always write my songs in 5 days. In fact, I rarely ever will write a song that quickly, especially complete it. But sometimes I do like to challenge myself with some difficult songwriting exercises. So basically, this is to let you into my creative process. If you go back into my blog a little bit, you will find that I wrote several articles about the technicalities, the technical part of writing songs. So you can go back and refresh your memory on those, but this is going to kind of let you into my creative process of the stages that I go through whenever I'm writing a song, and kind of how that comes to fruition, ends up being a somewhat finished product. By the end of this 5 days, we should have a pretty solid start, at least for a song. Probably won't be completely polished. Usually once I write a song, there may be 2 or 3 months later that I'm still tweaking a line or a tune or adding a tag or something like that. So basically, I'm just going to walk you through the different stages, and the last stage could last a little while longer than the 5 days, but we should be pretty well on our way with this song by the time we get to the end. So let's go ahead and get started. Basically, this is a song. I came up with this concept a couple of days ago, so I'm just going to use this as the song that we're going to be dissecting, I guess is a good word for it. So first of all, I was driving down the road, which is where some of my song ideas come. Most of them come in the shower, but I'm not going to show that, so you're going to have to miss that critical stage of the songwriting process. But other times it comes from just things that people say, or just random thoughts that I had. And so this song actually was different. Normally I'll start with a word or a phrase, and I will attempt to work from there. This time I wanted to kind of come up with a catchy tune in my head and then write a song around the tune. So I almost did it backwards from what I normally do. It doesn't really matter which way you do it, just whichever way works best for your creative process. If you want to start with words, that's great. If you want to start with a tune, that's great. Some people can only do words or only do tunes, and then they have to co-write with other people. So if you're one of those, that's perfectly fine. However you write a song is just completely up to you. But the way that I do it is generally I'll start with a hook phrase. So something catchy, something creative. A good example of this is a song that I wrote, More Than My Everything, which that was the hook phrase, more than my everything. It's impossible, it's ironic, and it's a good hook phrase. So the rest of the song was talking about more than all that I can give, live my life better than the best I can live, those kinds of things. Just the things that I desire to do but ironically can never achieve. And so that was the theme of the song, and that was my hook phrase. So normally I like to start with that hook phrase and then build out from there, and everything else kind of complements that phrase. That becomes the catchy part of your song. This time when I got the tune a little bit like I liked it, then I had this one thought. I thought it sounded a lot like a video game score or theme, and so my thought was like Mario. So I was working on that concept, and then I came up with Extra Life like Mario, and kind of built out from there. And so I started thinking about, okay, so as Christians we have an extra life. Essentially, we have eternity after this life, and so in that sense we have an extra life like Mario. And so what if we actually took that concept and built it out to Life is a Game, which is the working title for the new project that I'm working on. It's currently being funded on Kickstarter. So that song is what inspired pretty much all of the rest of what I'm doing currently. This concept of what if life is a game. And so the hook phrase, Extra Life like Mario, actually morphed into, if life is a game, I'm leveling up. So I took that whole concept and kind of built on it. And I do have a line in the song currently that says like Mario, but it doesn't say extra life like Mario, but I also have extra life in there. So even if you do come up with that hook phrase, basically it's just to get you started on the idea. You don't have to be married to that phrase when you're writing the song. So don't get stuck on that. So when I got home, I scribbled down as many notes as I could about different things. This is my paper with my LSU paper with logo cleverly obstructed to avoid copyright infringement. But you can see it's got tons of notes and scribbles and indiscernible things on there. I probably wouldn't even be able to read it, but it was basically my launching pad for, you know, how to build that idea out and get it to a place where it actually sounded and looked like a song. So that'll be phase 2, how I actually went from Extra Life Like Mario and ended up getting stuff that rhymed and different little concepts that I built into the song. So that's the next time we'll talk about how I got the structure of the song. So make sure you tune back in and check out all the rest of my work. It's in the links below.